Ever wonder how some of these global retail giants,
Yeah.
just how they achieve these, like, phenomenal success? Like, what's their secret sauce?
It is fascinating.
Well, today we're going to take a deep dive into the work of Srikant Gokhale,
Okay.
and that's pronounced Srikant Gokhale.
Got it.
He is a renowned professor at BerkeleyHaas
Oh, wow.
and an industry veteran with over 30 years of experience.
Wow, that's a lot of experience.
Yeah, he's kind of a legend in the retail world,
Oh, really?
and his insights, they're kind of devoured by, top business leaders.
Interesting.
So for this deep dive, we've compiled a stack of Gokhale's blogs,
Okay.
and they're fascinating.
Oh, cool.
He doesn't just kind of share opinions or anything.
Right.
He, digs deep. He goes through articles, annual reports,
Wow.
even conducts his own store visits.
Oh, wow. So he's really getting,
So you get the complete picture.
yeah, the hands-on experience too.
Exactly.
Oh.
So what's really impressive
Yeah.
is how Gokhale translates all of that research into a really clear blueprint for global retail success.
Wow, that's impressive.
And his work is relevant whether you're like a seasoned business pro or, like many of our listeners, just someone who appreciates a good bargain.
Right. Exactly. I think everyone can learn something from that.
Absolutely.
That's the key.
Exactly. And to kind of illustrate his points, Gokhale often uses the example of Aldi, which is a brand that's become like synonymous with value.
Right. Yeah.
And he breaks down their success into 6 key pillars.
Okay. 6 pillars.
And trust me, this is where it gets really interesting.
Okay. Let's hear about these 6 pillars.
So the first pillar, arguably the foundation of everything else, is their laser focus on delivering just exceptional value.
Okay.
But here's the nuance. It's not just about rock bottom prices.
Okay.
It's about offering high quality at unbelievably low prices. So it's this carefully orchestrated system that combines efficiency, smart choices, and like a really deep understanding of their target customer.
Wow. So they've really done their homework.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, you've probably experienced this yourself walking into an Aldi.
Yeah.
And just being amazed by how much you can get for your money.
Totally.
But how do they actually pull this off?
Right. That's the question.
Gokhale dives into the specifics.
Okay.
And it all starts with that just relentless commitment to keeping prices low.
Okay, that makes sense.
So Aldi employs a range of tactics to achieve this.
Okay.
For instance, they limit their product assortment, focusing on a curated selection of just high-demand items.
Interesting.
This allows them to purchase in bulk,
Okay.
negotiate better prices with suppliers,
Right.
and really simplify their inventory management.
So smart.
Remember those stories about Aldi selling single bananas in their early days?
Single bananas.
Talk about catering to budget-conscious shoppers.
Wow. Yeah, really going the extra mile there.
Exactly. That's a perfect example of how Aldi really thinks outside the box to keep costs down.
Right.
But low prices don't mean compromising quality.
Right. You don't want to sacrifice quality.
And that's where Gokhale's third pillar comes in.
Okay. The third.
Prioritizing quality
Uh-huh.
despite those amazing prices.
Okay. I'm curious how they do that.
So Aldi has a really rigorous product testing process.
Okay.
And they've even won awards
Wow.
for the quality of their goods.
Really?
So they understand that value is a combination of price and quality.
Right.
And they've managed to strike that balance exceptionally well.
That's impressive.
And it brings us to the fourth pillar,
Okay. Number 4.
efficiency
Uh-huh.
as the core of their operations.
Okay.
So Gokhale highlights all these smaller store layouts,
Okay.
minimalist design, and even how their staff are trained to be multitaskers.
Wow. So they're really streamlined.
Exactly.
Oh.
Almost like an obsession with efficiency, but in the best way possible.
Right.
Think about your own experience at Aldi.
Yeah.
Everything from the store design to the checkout process is streamlined
Yeah.
for maximum speed and minimal waste.
Right.
And those cashiers,
Yeah.
they're legendary for their speed.
Oh, yeah. They're so fast.
You're in and out in a flash,
Right.
which is a huge plus for busy shoppers.
Absolutely.
But Aldi also knows
Yeah.
that they can't just apply a one-size-fits-all approach.
Right.
They're not afraid to adapt their formula for different markets. And that's Gokhale's fifth pillar,
Okay. 5th pillar.
adaptation and flexibility.
That's important.
So Aldi has tailored its offerings to suit local tastes in the US, the UK, Australia, and beyond.
Oh, wow.
This demonstrates their understanding of diverse customer needs
Right.
and their willingness to really adapt to local preferences.
Yeah.
They're constantly analyzing the market
Okay.
and adjusting their strategy, which is crucial for long-term success.
That's smart. Always evolving.
Right.
Okay.
And finally, we come to the sixth pillar,
The 6th pillar.
minimal marketing, maximum value. So Aldi doesn't rely on those flashy ad campaigns.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, they leverage the power of word of mouth
Okay.
and strategic promotions,
Right.
allowing them to pass on even more savings to their customers.
Okay, so they're letting the value speak for itself.
Exactly.
Interesting.
It's a testament to their belief in the power of a strong value proposition.
Yeah.
People trust Aldi,
Uh-huh.
and they're happy to share their experiences with friends and family, which is often more effective than any expensive advertising campaign.
Absolutely. Word of mouth is so powerful.
Right.
Yeah, it really is a brilliant strategy.
Mhm.
And it just highlights their commitment to putting the customer first.
Right.
But, let's get even more specific.
Good.
Gokhale uses Aldi's incredible growth in the U.S.
Oh,
as a
yeah.
case study to illustrate these 6 pillars in action.
It's a phenomenal story. I mean,
Yes.
they've become the fastest growing grocery retailer in the U.S.,
Wow.
and their expansion strategy has been remarkably effective. I mean, they've targeted underserved markets
Right.
and offered a value proposition that just resonates with a wide range of customers.
Yeah, and here's where things get even more interesting.
Okay.
Gokhale points out that Aldi's customer base
Yeah.
isn't just limited to those budget-conscious shoppers anymore.
Right.
They've attracted health-conscious millennials,
Wow.
families looking for quality on a budget,
Mm.
and even shoppers who simply appreciate a more efficient and streamlined shopping experience.
So it's like they've cracked the code for appealing to a diverse customer base
Yeah,
while staying true to their core values.
exactly.
But they're not operating in a vacuum, are they?
That's right.
I mean, Aldi faces fierce competition
Oh, absolutely.
from giants like Walmart, Little Costco.
Yeah, some big names.
But what's fascinating is how Aldi differentiates itself in this crowded marketplace.
Yeah, I mean, how do they stand out?
Well, Gokhale argues that it's their unique combination of efficiency,
Right.
that curated product selection, and that treasure hunt element of their shopping experience
Yeah.
that truly sets them apart.
I love that treasure hunt aspect.
Right.
It's so fun.
You never know what hidden gems you're going to find at Aldi,
Exactly.
which keeps the experience exciting.
Uh-huh.
But there's one area where Aldi has been surprisingly cautious:
What's that?
e-commerce.
Oh, interesting.
And this is where Gokhale's analysis gets really insightful.
Okay.
He dives into Aldi's measured approach to online shopping, highlighting their preference for partnerships with platforms like Instacart.
So they're not going all in on their own e-commerce platform.
It seems counterintuitive in today's digital age, right?
It is a little bit, yeah.
But their reasoning is actually brilliant.
Okay. I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
So Aldi always focused on cost efficiency,
Right.
has opted to partner with these existing platforms
Okay.
rather than investing in their own expensive online infrastructure.
So they're being strategic about their spending.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
They're essentially leveraging the strengths of others while staying true to their commitment to keeping costs low,
Right.
which ultimately benefits the customer.
That's a really key insight.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to assume that every retailer needs to go all in on e-commerce.
Right.
But Aldi proves that there are alternative paths to success.
And it speaks volumes about their willingness to challenge conventional wisdom
Yeah,
and find solutions that align with their core values.
that's important.
Now, speaking of real-world examples,
Yeah.
I know you had a chance to visit an Aldi recently.
I did.
What stood out to you the most about the actual shopping experience?
It was really eye-opening.
Oh, yeah.
First, the store layout.
Uh-huh.
It was incredibly efficient and easy to navigate.
Okay.
Everything was clearly labeled and the aisles were spacious and uncluttered.
Wow.
You could tell that they'd put a lot of thought into making the experience as seamless as possible.
So did you notice the checkout process?
Oh, yeah.
Was it as fast as everyone says?
It was lightning fast. The cashier scanned my items with incredible speed,
Wow.
and I was out the door in minutes.
So it really highlights that commitment to efficiency that Gokhale talks about.
Oh, absolutely.
It's those little details that make a big difference, right?
They really do.
They've created an environment where shopping feels effortless and enjoyable.
I agree.
And then there were the prices.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about the prices.
I was amazed by how much I could get for my money. I remember picking up some organic produce,
Okay.
gluten-free bread,
Uh-huh.
and even a few of those famous Aldi finds,
Oh, nice.
all for a fraction of what I would have paid at another store.
It's remarkable how they managed to keep their prices so low without compromising quality.
Right.
It truly feels like you're getting a steal every time you shop there.
It's more than just finding the cheapest option.
Right.
It's about discovering incredible value
Yeah.
on products you actually want and need. And that, I think, is a big part of Aldi's appeal.
I think you're right. You've hit on a crucial point. Okay. Aldi's success isn't just about low prices. It's about this carefully crafted system that combines operational efficiency, strategic pricing, and a laser focus on the customer experience.
Right.
And that brings us back to Gokhale's analysis. He helps us understand how these seemingly simple elements can work together to create a retail powerhouse.
It's a masterclass in retail strategy.
It is.
And it's applicable even beyond the grocery industry.
Absolutely.
So what are the key takeaways
Okay.
that our listeners can apply to their own lives or businesses?
Well, Gokhale highlights 3 critical insights from Aldi's journey. First, simplicity and efficiency are key to offering unbeatable prices without compromising quality.
Okay.
Aldi has demonstrated that you don't need a vast product selection
Right.
or a fancy store layout to be successful. Streamlining operations can actually be a competitive advantage.
It's a powerful reminder that less can often be more.
Yes.
Focusing on what truly matters can lead to greater efficiency and ultimately a better experience for everyone involved.
Exactly.
Okay, so what's the second insight?
The second insight is that understanding your target customer and being willing to adapt to their needs is crucial for long-term success.
Makes sense.
Aldi focuses on specific customer segments and tailors its offerings to meet their unique preferences.
And they're constantly analyzing the market and adjusting their strategy based on evolving trends.
That's right.
They've proven that flexibility and adaptability are essential in today's dynamic business environment.
Couldn't agree more.
Okay, so what's that final insight?
The final insight from Gokhale is the importance of a strong value proposition and a consistent customer experience.
Okay.
Aldi has built its reputation on delivering high quality at low prices and reinforces this message through every aspect of their operation and marketing.
It's all about building trust with your customers.
Yeah.
And giving them a compelling reason to choose you over the competition.
Exactly. Aldi has cultivated a brand that people believe in, and that's a valuable asset in any industry.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into Srikant Gokhale's blueprint for global retail success, I'm left with this sense of awe and inspiration.
Yeah.
Aldi's story is a testament to the power of strategic thinking,
Absolutely.
operational excellence, and a genuine focus on the customer.
It's a reminder that even in a complex industry like retail, the fundamentals still matter.
Right.
By understanding the principles that drive success, we can all apply them to our own pursuits.
Right.
Whether we're running a business, managing a team, or simply navigating our own lives.
But here's what I find truly fascinating.
Okay, what's that?
Aldi's model, while simple in principle,
Yeah.
is remarkably difficult to replicate.
That's the brilliance of it.
Yeah.
They've taken these basic principles and executed them with laser-like precision, and they've created a culture that is completely aligned with their mission.
It's like a perfectly orchestrated symphony.
Yeah.
Where every instrument plays its part flawlessly.
And that's what makes them such a formidable force in the retail world.
Yeah.
They're not just playing the game, they're changing the rules.
So as we leave you with this final thought, I want to pose a question.
Okay.
Could the principles of efficiency, value, and simplicity be a recipe for success in other areas of our lives?
That's a great question.
Think about it.
Yeah.
How could you apply these principles to your work, your relationships, or even your personal goals? What could you streamline, simplify, or optimize to achieve greater results?
It's a question worth pondering.
And as you go about your day, I encourage you to look for examples of all these influence in the world around you.
Yeah, you might be surprised by how much their approach has shaped the retail landscape.
And who knows, you might even find yourself inspired to adopt a little bit of that Aldi magic in your own life.
It's contagious.
It's really fascinating to see how a company like Aldi can just disrupt an entire industry by just sticking to its core principles.
Right.
But there's one more aspect of their success that Gokhale highlights.
Okay.
And it's something that often gets overlooked.
What's that?
You're talking about their approach to employee motivation.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
That's huge.
This is another area where Aldi truly stands out.
Okay, how? Sure.
So Gokhale's research shows that Aldi invests heavily in its employees, paying them well above industry averages
Wow.
and offering generous benefits.
So they're really taking care of their people.
It's almost like they've taken that happy employees lead to happy customers mantra to a whole new level.
And it's a smart strategy because Aldi understands that their employees are the ones on the front lines interacting with customers every day. So by creating a positive and supportive work environment, they're ensuring that those interactions are consistently positive, which ultimately strengthens the brand.
It's a refreshing contrast to companies that just prioritize profits over people.
Yeah, you see that a lot, unfortunately.
Aldi seems to have found that sweet spot where taking care of your employees translates directly to a better bottom line.
It's a win-win situation. Employees feel valued and appreciated, and customers benefit from a more positive and engaging shopping experience. It's a testament to Aldi's holistic approach to business.
It really is.
Yeah, I know.
It's amazing to think about how Aldi has managed to just turn the traditional retail playbook on its head. I mean, they're doing things that many experts would advise against, and yet they're thriving.
It's a powerful reminder that sometimes the best way to innovate is to challenge conventional wisdom and find a better way. Aldi has proven that you don't have to follow the crowd to achieve extraordinary results.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into Srikant Gokhale's brilliant analysis of Aldi's global retail success, I think the biggest takeaway is this. Success isn't about mimicking what others are doing. It's about finding your own path and executing it with unwavering commitment.
Aldi has shown us that it's possible to build a thriving business by staying true to your core values. Even if those values go against the grain, they've demonstrated that efficiency, simplicity, and a relentless focus on the customer can be a recipe for extraordinary success.
So to our listeners, we leave you with this challenge.
Okay, what's the challenge?
How can you apply the lessons from Aldi's story to your own life or work? What areas could you simplify, optimize, or reimagine to achieve better results?
It's a great question for all of us to think about.
Whether you're an entrepreneur, a manager, or simply someone looking to improve your own personal effectiveness, there's something to be learned from Aldi's relentless pursuit of excellence.
Absolutely.
And remember, sometimes the simplest solutions are the most powerful. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of retail and the brilliant insights of Srikant Gokhale.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.